Hello, it's Tristan and here's
Jason.
And we've just finished our stay in a snowy river caravan and we are now going to tell you all about our experience and this beautiful van itself. So let's jump into it.
So Tristan, I might do the exterior and then you can do the interior. What do you reckon?
Sounds like a fair bit. I did have a great experience in the interior, so let's give it a go.
At the start, right here at the hitch, the Snowy River 22F has a D035 hitch on it. It's a pretty common hitch actually. I quite like this one because it articulates in multiple directions. So if you are going a little bit off-road, this is a great hitch to have. Just make sure you got the right pin toe ball. It's not the ball toe ball. Moving on, it's got an emergency braking controller here. That just needs to latch onto your vehicle at a fixed point. Fairly common standard handbrake here. Obviously, if you don't want your caravan to roll away, you need that on. Jockey wheel, this is a standard jockey wheel, worked very well. It was very easy to take on and off, no complaints there. Here we've got a stone guard. This is actually a great inclusion, I think. Otherwise, I don't know if you've ever seen caravans without these. After a while, they just get all dinged up at the front, like paint chips and dings from little rocks. So that protects the van, keeps all the paint good. I did notice after we arrived that it was a little bit loose. So it's always good to check these fixtures and fittings and make sure there's nothing loose. That's your responsibility as an owner because you don't want to turn up somewhere and have parts missing. So I did notice that. Let's
have a look at the gas canisters. Can you show us that?
Yeah, let's come around this way. So it's got two large toolbox storage boxes, whatever you want to call them, up the front here. It has a nice rubber seal around there, and when it closes down, it's fully watertight there. Two gas struts to hold the lid up like that, so you've got your hands free. There are two full-size 9-kilogram bottles in here. It actually looks like a pretty neat little setup. The gas regulator, there's a little switch, two separate hoses coming out of it, very neat. And there's also a bit of room in here for other bits and pieces that you might want to store, maybe a rope or a power cable. So yeah, plenty of room in there. A little vent down the bottom there in case there is a gas leak. There's also side access here, so you can get to your gas bottles from the side. These all look like really solid latches here. They're fully adjustable in case it's not closing nice and tightly. You can make that adjustment. They're all lockable. There's a key for each one so it can be fully locked up and kept secure, just like that. And same on the other side. Moving around here, we've got probably the largest storage compartment of the whole caravan. Huge space. I think you could actually put a few people in there if you ever needed to store some bodies. One thing we noticed, there is a light. There are some little clips on the side here to hold your tools, and in case you need to change the spare wheel out. Moving down, we've got a massive big awning that stretches nearly the whole length. This is a 22-foot caravan, so plenty of undercover area. It actually rained here last night as well a little bit, so we made use of this and kept us dry. Yeah, the setup's really easy. There's just up here, maybe you can't see it, but there's just a bit of material rope, and you flick a switch here and you just pull that out and it comes straight out, and then there's some adjustments here so you can position it how you want. We had a tree here, so we had to make some adjustments so it fit here, but it worked perfectly. It was easy to set up. So obviously the door, that's how you get in. It's a lockable door. It actually has a screen in it as well, which I think is really nice. In Australia, there's a lot of insects and you don't want them inside. So if you want that nice breeze to come through, you can have a security screen like this, locked up, but still get the breezes. Or both closed like that, fully lockable. It does have this little thing here which allows you to latch the door there so it doesn't flap around in the breeze. It also has a blind there, so if you want privacy when you're inside, you can close that down. Tristan will do the rest of the tour for you inside, and I'll keep heading around the vehicle. So grab handle, this was really cool last night. It has an LED light in it and some bubbles, so that's a nice little feature, and you switch it on and off there. And obviously to get in, it's a grab handle as well. This is accredited Caravan Industry Australia accredited manufacturer. There are 2 external speakers. Honestly, I didn't think they were the best speakers I've ever heard, but they're perfectly fine. If you're just sitting outside and you want some music, it worked quite well. You're probably not going to have a big dance party or something with them, and your neighbors will probably appreciate that too. Here, this was a really nice feature actually. We made use of this little pull-out table. It's nice and sturdy and flat, and quite a decent size to put your drinks or snacks on there. That just folds back up, and 2 clips like that. Down here we've got standard connections here for your TV aerial. If you're staying in a caravan park, some of them will have these connections here. That's a cigarette lighter connector, so you could maybe get a USB charger or something and connect it in there. Here's an outlet. So you have a power outlet here if you wanted to run an appliance outside. This is the toilet. Obviously, after you've done your business, you need to pull out the cartridge and empty your waste. Very easy to access there. We didn't use the toilet last night at all, so we won't need to do that today. Really solid bash guards, I guess you call them here. A steel reinforcement here in case you're going a little bit off-road, protecting the side of the van from a rock or maybe a fence or a tree stump. So that's a good addition there to see. And moving around here, it's called Alopex. It's really good insulation and it's really strong, and yeah, no seals. It's a great manufacturing method. It's raining. Last night we did leave the hatch open a little bit. That's our fault. But as soon as we closed the hatch up on the roof, perfectly good. No water came in. Happy days. So moving around, we've got LED brake lights here. Another like rear bar here in case you're backing up and accidentally run into a tree or something. You're not going to damage the panel, you'll just damage this, and much easier to replace that if you need to. Your spare wheels there. You could mount bike racks and things like that on this rear bar. There are plenty of different accessories. This is so you can access the plumbing that goes into the shower in case you needed to get in there and do any repairs. There's a little access point to make it easier. There is a wireless camera up there for reversing. I don't have the connection in my vehicle, so we weren't able to test that one out today, but it's a camera. It's just so you can see as you're reversing backwards. A small light here. Normally you'd have a number plate fitted here, and that just illuminates the number plate. Moving around, we've got LED driving lights and reflectors. We've got another quite decent sized storage here. This is actually under one of the bunk beds inside, and yeah, it's actually quite large, and yeah, great spot to put stuff that you don't want to have inside. You've got your power inlet, so if you're at a caravan park somewhere where there's power, you can connect up here. It's a standard 15 amp connection, same as any caravan, and yeah, very common connection. Here's your aerial connector. This is just the heat vent for the back of the fridge, so there's good ventilation through there and there. Another vent up the top here to vent where the electronics are above the fridge. The battery charger and everything is mounted internally up there. Here we have your water tank fill points. So there's actually 2, and they can be locked. 1, 2. There's 2 95 litre water tanks, and you fill them up here, and they can be locked for safety purposes so that no one tampers with your water supply. On this side of the van, There are 4 windows. This is the largest window right near the main bedroom, the kitchen window, and 2 windows near the bunks. Each window is adjustable, position how far you want it to be open or closed. They're lockable windows, they're tinted windows. There's also a screen mesh here to stop the insects. Pull it up and it's a block out to block the sun. Here we have,
into the battery actually.
Yeah, this is just the other side of the front boot, so you can access it from both sides. This is the outside of the water heater that's just inside next to the bed. You can access it from the outside too. Driving lights, reflectors here and here. As I showed you on the other side, large toolbox, exactly the same as on the other side. So we have a cover over the front window here. It is adjustable. You can have it down low or up higher if you want more light to come in, and you do need to open this up if you want to open this window from the inside. So the Snowy River SRC22 is a dual axle independent suspension system, and I'm going to jump under now and show you what it looks like. Here we are under the Caravan. You can see independent suspension. Here's one of the water tanks. It has a protective plate over it. The other tank is just up here. All the wiring harness, everything's got a protective conduit over it. It all is bundled up and held in place quite securely there. On both sides there's wiring, but once again all in a protective conduit. And yeah, it looks quite clean and tidy under here.
All right guys, so now let's have a look at how beautiful this van is inside. Come on. So firstly, as soon as we step into the van, we've got the fire extinguisher right here. A standard inclusion comes with the van. Always be careful, making sure it's up to date. Come on inside, right over here. First thing, we got all the switches. This is the control panels, all the lighting, power to the van. Right above here, we've got the smoke alarm system. We set it off last night. We can confirm it works. We didn't start a fire in the van. We just had a fire outside. Some smoke got in because we didn't close the door. Our fault, and we set off the alarm, but it works, and we can testify to that. Right over here, we've got this very comfortable bed. Not that I would know because I didn't get to sleep in it. Jason took the bed, but beautiful looking bed. Nice, plenty storage space, some overhead.
It was comfortable.
Here. I'm sure it was, Jason. Quite a nice bit of space. In here, you've got a hanger there. You can hang up all your clothes, make sure it doesn't get creased. If you're someone like me that doesn't like steaming or ironing, that's perfect to just hang up your clothes, prevent any creases. Right over here, we've got an arm where you can set up a TV. In this van, there's no TV that we got set up. Our friends at Green RV didn't want us to be too entertained for the night. Just kidding, they've been great to us by giving us this van. But yeah, you can set up your TV here, lie here in the bed, watch some movies, or you can move the arm around and you can sit right here from the lounge, watch a movie with the family while having a meal, you name it. On a rainy day, jump in here, have a great time. Some of the appliances we've got here inside, we've got a microwave. I love my microwaves. We haven't used the microwave in itself. We did all of our own cooking. We really wanted to test out the kitchen setup, but you do have all these great gadgets here to make this a home away from home. What I love about this kitchen is this marble looking top. I think it's a really nice, beautiful feature in the van. I think it gives it a lot of a flourish look. We have used the sink. We did do some cleaning. Great setup.
Show me how it works. Look at that.
Pull it like that. Beautiful.
So we're not connected to any power. This is just battery. We're not connected
to power. Just running with the battery. We're in an unpowered site here at the moment, so this entire stay we've been running with the battery. Here we've got the battery charger. Whole setup, control everything from here. Yeah, we've got the fridge. We didn't use the fridge either, but at the top we've got a freezer. Let's open that up, get a look at the space in there. Plenty of beautiful space in there.
It's quite a large fridge, and there's LED lights as well that light it up really nicely so you can see everything in there.
And again, this is running off battery at the moment. We're not plugged into anything. If you come further back this way, we've got the bunk beds. I actually slept in this bunk last night. As you can tell, I'm a fairly tall adult male, so it was actually great to fit into this. I actually had more than enough leg space lying in this bunk bed, and I had a great night's sleep. So I can attest to the comfort of this van. Very comfortable mattress. Now over here, we've got some more storage space and compartments. Opening up this cupboard, we can see the top of the washing machine over here. Get a look at that. We have not used it. We're only here for a night, but it's in there. The one thing we did notice, however, is this cupboard gets a little bit stuck when closing it. So all you got to do is you just need a clip, put it down here and have it adjusted. If you're buying a brand new van, when you're doing your handover, just have a look for things like that and get them to fix it. You can fix it yourself as well if you know how to do some DIY. But, you know, if you're buying a brand new van, might as well just get it done there. And wherever you're buying the van from, if you're buying it from my friends at Green RV, they would be happy to do that for you. Just got to let them know. Then we've got the bathroom over here. We've not used the bathroom ourselves, but you got your toilet. You got a place here to hold your toilet paper. Some more space up here. Put whatever in there. We've got our sink. You can hang all your towels up here. This is the shower. Quite a nice and spacious shower. Actually, we've got an extractor fan up here as well, which I'm quite a fan of. Quite great, you know, make sure your shower doesn't get all moldy when it's moist and once you've had a shower and everything like that. So quite nifty actually. We got another one here as well. So quite a great setup. Now let's have a look at, don't make the mistake we made of leaving this open as we did in the rain last night, but you can fully open this up, have a nice look out there, shut it down. When you're doing some kitchen cooking and gas cooking, it's best to leave that open. And then when you go on the road again, just close it up. It's really easy. There, just done it myself. You got two different layers. You got this layer here where you can kind of see what's going on above you, or you can completely block it out. That's up to you. Here's the air conditioning system. We haven't used it because we've been operating with the battery. Up here, we got another skylight that you can look through. Same setup, same system. You can open it up, do your thing. Get a look at the lights over here, the setup of it. So when you're lying here in the bed and you want to do a little bit of reading, you've got a beautiful little reading light here that you can use. Move it around. If your partner's sleeping next to you and is getting annoyed by the light, you can turn it into a different angle, don't get it in their face. Quite nifty. We've also got a window over here, so you can pop out, open the window, say hello to whoever's outside.
That's nice.
Nice breeze.
And this, you can block it out.
Beautiful block out.
Or this, insects.
How great is that?
Yeah, nice feature. Not all caravans have a window here.
Which is quite fantastic. That is definitely a fan favorite of this model. Now, let's talk about some of the key differences of this van compared to the other Snowy Rivers. This van is obviously a 22-foot caravan. One of the things that's different about this van is it's a family van, which means it's got the bunks. You can get the Caravan, you can get the Snowy River 22-foot without the bunks. You can have this as extra space or a lounge room. You can sometimes have them as a pop-out, in which case the bed is in the middle of the floor layout and there's a C-shaped lounge there in the corner. This lounge is very comfy, full leather. I personally think that, you know, if you get this van with the bunks but you don't have people coming and staying with you, you can just use that for more storage. But in the case of Jason and myself, I'm an adult, slept in this and I was comfortable. So you can always go on trips with your friends or your family, take the kids, make the best use of all the extra space. You can convert the lounge into a bed as well if you ever needed to. Okay, so having a look now at the cooking we've done. Jason and I actually did a really great job at cleaning up the mess we made, but I do quite love this stovetop. So lift it up, you've got your canisters here, all gas operated, so we make great use of it.
Electric, gas.
Beautiful, beautiful setup. You've got a oven down here. Fantastic. Not the biggest oven you have in the world, but when you're camping, this will be great use.
I think
if
you
you
could
make a
cook a
shepherd's
pizza in
pie.
there.
Yeah, well, it would have been nice to have a pizza. You can make a shepherd's pie in there, whatever you want to do. Bake some cookies while you're on the trip with the kids. You name it. Yeah, so over here we got our system in the kitchen. You can adjust the lights. You've got the time over there. Timer. Over here we've got the radio. We've been listening to Bluetooth during our stay. But you've got a bunch of different features on here that you can use as well. You can put it on aux, you can listen to the radio. Quite a few different functions, which is quite great about it. We've got a speaker up here. In terms of storage and space in the Caravan, anywhere you look, there's a drawer, there's a cupboard, which is actually really great because you can just pack your whole setup in these vans and you don't have to worry about anything. You can just go on your trip, go on your adventure, leave your stuff in your van, park it, and then when it's time for you to go on your next trip, everything's loaded up here. There's actually no need for you to unpack anything. Or if you're living in the van full time, then you've got plenty of space for your home on wheels. Thumbs up in terms of storage. Here we got some slidable drawers. We've got the air conditioning remote here. Yeah, it's perfect to put all your cutlery in. It would be nice if you get a little cutlery drawer organizer, put it all in there. So in the van, if you look around, you can see there's power points all over the place here. You can chuck a USB in over there, or you can plug it in. Standard issue plugs, both sides of the bed, so you can charge your phones, Kindle, whatever it is that you're using. We've also got one here underneath the lounge. If you felt like working over here, then you can work with your laptop while it's on charge, connected to power. Just chuck it in over there. Only works on mains, you can't use it over battery. Over here in the bathroom, we've got another set of plugs. You can connect your toothbrush in there, everything like that.
More storage.
More storage over here.
Okay, quite a lot of storage under the seat here. What's in the next one?
Let's have a look.
Yeah, right. Quite
So
a bit of storage.
Be pretty handy if you've got a lot of bags, you don't want it taking up space in the van, or you got any valuables that you want to try and hide. You can always put in here. You can lock your van, of course. Jason and I, throughout our stay, have not been locking the van, but it's always best to do it. Protect your personal belongings, as ultimately they're your responsibility. Oh yeah, so within the van, there's quite a fair bit of lighting. The nice thing is you can set all kinds of different aspects of the van. You've got the front lights. We just turned off the outside lights over there. You got the back lights, you name it. So you can have a whole bunch of different moods going on in here. I quite like how it's an LED vibe. It gives it a lot of modern features and aspects to it, which I'm quite a fan of. We got this van from our friends at Green RV, priced at $91,990 from them. And we've got a tear weight of 2,691 kgs, ATM is 3,500 kgs, payload of 809, and the tow ball is 176 kgs.
Okay, so we're just going to go around the van and just get some measurements of the common areas that you'll need to be using and interacting with. So let's have a look at the doorway here. It is 60 centimeters wide. Let's get the total floor length from the end of the bed to the end of the hall down there. That is 4.18 meters. The width of the van, let's go from here over to, the width is 2.19 meters. Floor to ceiling we have 1.98 meters, so basically 2 meters there. We have 57 centimeters opening here. 71, that's quite a nice big opening there actually. It actually makes the whole area here feel very spacious. So let's go from the wall here to the side of the bed there. So that's 1.48 meters there. So quite a big space. The width of the bathroom is just over a meter in here. Let's get the shower. 78, that's pretty good. 78 centimeters by 68 centimeters. It's quite a spacious shower. Let's see the height. I'm guessing it's very similar to what's out there. 1.96 meters. So yeah, I fit in there quite easy. Length of the beds, go from this corner. The length of the bunk beds are 1.83 meters. So most adults will fit in there quite okay. The height between the top of the bed and the roof is 51 centimeters, 54 centimeters. The seat, the length of the seat here. Okay, the length of the bench seat is 1.82 1.91 meters. So quite a decent space there. The kitchen bench space here is 1.7 meters from the length of the bed. Let's get that. The main bed is 1.9 meters in length. The total width of the caravan is 2.18 meters. I think that's good. Okay, so what do we think?
Well, after staying in here, I got to say this van is very comfortable. I've had a great time in here. I'm quite impressed. I really like the interior look of it. I think the quality of the van is actually great. We haven't had any issues other than a minor couple little things, which is just the assembly of it, but quick, easy fixes. It wouldn't cost you anything extra to have that sorted out when you're picking it up for the handover. So I quite enjoy this van, and I can see myself owning a van like this.
I'm surprised you're not complaining more about your time in the bunk beds.
I was actually very comfortable in the bunk beds. I got to say, I slept like a rock. I didn't wake up until this morning, and I had a great night's sleep.
Yeah, nice. I have no complaints. It's a very modern looking setup. I must admit, we didn't spend a lot of time inside here. We definitely made use of the kitchen, and that was easy. There was no difficulty using the kitchen or preparing a meal in here. I personally like spending most of my time outdoors when I'm out in beautiful places like this. So, we spent time outdoors, but if we had to spend time inside, if it was pouring down rain, I think you could do it in here comfortably. I think you could sit here and have a meal. You could
watch some TV over there.
Yeah, you could
have a great time.
You could spend some hours in here comfortably. Even if you had, 2 children, 2 adults, I think you could fit here on this seat quite easily, 4 people, and have a meal, play some board games, and feel quite comfortable.
I also like the awning, how quick and easy that was to put up and to set up and put down. It was a really quick and easy process. We had this whole van set up within about 5 minutes, was it? If even 5 to 8 minutes.
And we are not caravan experts,
at all.
We are beginners like you.
2 dudes.
So, we're just coming at this from the perspective of new people in a new caravan. Like, what do you need to know? What do you need to learn? And, it was all fairly straightforward, to be honest. A few things we found with the stereo, the Bluetooth, it connects really quickly and it's easy to find. You don't need to pair it, but you can only pair one phone at the time. So we did notice that last night. You just have to change phones and connect if you want to play music from someone else's device.
I'd say it's a great van. Honestly, I had a great experience in this van. I do really like the look of the kitchen and interior area, and I like how it's carried throughout the van. I think it gives it that really modern look. And the same countertops in the bathroom. It's a great modern feel. Myself, as a young man, I would love to take this to a place with my friends on an adventure. Have a good time. I don't have a family I would necessarily take, but I can honestly, if I lived in a van like this, I'd have a pretty good lifestyle, I think.
So what do you think about the price? Let us know in the comments below. Do you have any other questions? Would you have liked to have seen a more detailed review? Did you want to see something that we didn't show you? Let us know in the comments and we'll try to do better next time.
Please don't ask us to set off a fire alarm like we've already done, because we don't want to go through that again.
And I hope you've enjoyed this one, travellers. Check back another time for another detailed caravan review.
Come see us on our next adventure.
Think of Thunderbird Park, Tristan?
Well, honestly, I've had nothing short of a great experience here. From the moment we've arrived, we found the staff here to be incredibly accommodating and friendly. They've looked after us. Last night, the caretaker brought us some firewood without us even asking. Just came around bringing people firewood. The team in reception, very friendly, very knowledgeable about the place. Great attractions here, we have to be honest.
Look what we've got.
Look at these views.
It's amazing here. What a spot.
It's really great fun for the family over here. They've got the falls not too far away, a local little swimming hole. They've got mini golf, bar, cafe, wood-fired pizzas.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome, right? So they've got pretty much everything here. You can go do some
obstacle
fossicking.
course.
Obstacle course, yes. Something we did here is it's very kid-friendly. A lot of school camps come here for their trips all the way through year 9 to year 12. So great entertainment for the whole family, really. They got Foster King, where you can go and do some hunting for Thunderbird eggs. Is it Thunderbird eggs? Is that right?
That's what they call them.
Yeah, go do some mining for that. So it's really a great experience over here. My personal favorite highlight from this place is the glamping setup. We got some footage of it last night. It is beautiful in there. TV, mini bar, swimming pool, outdoor shower. It's awesome. So that's my favorite part from this place. What's yours?
I like just the nature. I like the natural aspects of it. You can't beat that. Super fresh water, happy days. I would definitely recommend bringing your family here and checking it out. And yeah, catch us around.
Thanks to the team from Thunderbird Park for letting us stay here and being so accommodating.
Bye.